Hello and welcome to Coastal Crafts. So I'm back from my trip to New York. We were there for a week and there was a couple of days travelling. And before that I didn't film because I was so busy with work. But I am back sort of with a bit more time for the moment, for a couple of days. So I thought I would bring and show you what I have been buying when I was in New York. Did go to the top of the rock and had a similar view to this one on this piece of paper that I picked up a craft show in the UK a little while ago and showed you. But this is going to go into my scrapbook, as I am definitely going to scrap my photos. That is the plan anyway, but I've said that before. Anyway, the crafty items that I bought in New York. So I'll start off with things that aren't from Michael's. I'll just quickly show you something I picked up in Posman Books, whatever that is, in New York City. I've actually got a nice card which turned into a picture, but that's downstairs, and I'll show you in the non-crafty haul. And also these are really cute little magnets. I just thought these were really cute. So they're those kind that you open up and you put them, I guess, like a bookmark, or you could use them in like a diary or a planner, which is probably how I will use them, because I'm not a big reader. Well, I like to read, but I don't necessarily like to read stories, so you don't necessarily need, when you're reading non-fiction and things like that, you don't necessarily need a bookmark so much. But yeah, they're really cute, I thought, so I like them. Another memento. And as you'll see, if I manage to do another haul of non-crafty stuff, how much stuff I bought that wasn't crafty. It's quite a bit. I bought lots of touristy stuff. And then I went along to the Inkpad, which is a craft shop in New York City. It was really easy to find. I looked up where a lot of places were in advance before we went on holiday, and I sort of marked them off on the maps. It was quite easy to go to all these places. We were going around on the subway. So I picked up a few bits. I got this stamp set, which I know is a Halloween one, but they're so cute. Like, that one probably needs to be Halloween, but those ones don't need to be. And this had been $14.95, but it was half price. So whatever that comes to. And I just love that. So it's a Mama Elephant one. I love just cats and things, so I've got that one in there. I picked up these Lawn Fawn inks, as I've been meaning to get them over in England, just ordering them online, but they were slightly cheaper. So they were $10.95 in dollars, and that converts out to being, oh, I don't know, maybe about £9.50 or something. And then obviously you don't have to pay postage because I was actually there. So it worked out cheaper because I didn't have to pay the postage. And those were from the new set of inks. And the ones I wanted, I will try out soon. I've not tried them yet. And then the last thing I got in the ink pad was these 49 Market stamps. I did pay full price, which was $13.95, but being Coastal Crafts and living near the sea as I do, anything sea related I love. I think those two are what do you call it, colour layering possibly. They look the same. I've not had a chance to try any of these out because we've just come back. And jellyfish. I actually have a fear of jellyfish, but those are very cute. So that's what I got in the ink pad. So love that. Could have bought more stuff, but as you see, I bought far too much craft stuff as it is. Then I went into Blick Arts and Crafts. Just seeing that I'd tucked something in there. And I picked up this book on coloured pencil drawing because how much was it? I paid full price. It's just because I was like, oh, I might read that whilst I was here. So it says $9.95 US dollars, $6.99 UK. So it looks like it probably would have been cheaper to buy it in the UK. And but who knows? I was going to read it when I was over there, and I did a little bit, but don't really have the time. But I actually am quite into coloured pencil drawing when I get around to it. It takes a bit longer than Copics. You know, you've really got to sit down and do all these different layers. But I like the way they give you the original picture, which you could trace or photocopy in some other paper and then show you how to colour it. It's more useful than some other pencil colouring books that I've had. So I'm definitely going to have a go at some of these images. So I'm going to either photocopy them onto better paper or trace them somehow and then have a go. I've got a range of nice colouring pencils, so I don't need any more. So yeah, I picked up that one, and from first impressions, I like it. I'm going to give it a go. Who knows? And then on clearance, they had these Heidi Swap stickers, which said originally $7.99. That would be expensive, wouldn't it? Obviously $7.99. but reduced. They're all sorts of numbers, and the reason that's useful for me is because in my and tiny numbers, I'd noticed some of them are that tiny. I don't have a planner, but I do like write a journal occasionally. You know, it's not every day as it could be, and I like to stick the date in rather than writing it. I have weird habits, not weird habits, but I have, you know, like where you get into the habit of doing something and you have to do it every time. And the habit that I've got into in that journal is that I use stickers to mark the dates off. So for me, having the date on there is really useful. So that's what I picked up in Blick Art Supplies, because I've got lots of art supplies and, you know, there's nothing specifically different from what you could get in the UK. I've just noticed I tucked this inside. We did go here, which was to the FIT, if you ever are interested in sewing and things like I am. And I love the Project Runway, which they did lots of the fit, yeah, so not crafty related, but if you're into sewing and fashion, that might interest you. I loved it, of course. And then I went to Michael's and bought lots and lots of stuff, far too much stuff, but I will show you anyway. First thing, they had these paper pads for $10. I'm not sure if they were $10 plus an extra 20% off, because I got a bit confused on the coupons. I did manage to just download the coupons whilst I was there. And now I've unsubscribed from that mailing list because I don't want to get upset about things that I can't have, just altering the lighting a bit. So this was the Coaster one, obviously being Coastal Crafts. This is one I went for. It's DCWV, and I like their quality. So I'll quickly show you. That's Pretty Mermaid scales. It's 12 by 12 paper pads. This one's like a fabric. When I say fabric, I don't know what you call that, like paper fabric. Shells, can't beat shells, just a plain background that's usable. These ones little, that's cute, holographic, they're called seahorses, brown seahorses, saying something about sea there, like a fabricy one. Lots of words you could cut out, seaside related. It's another fabricy one, that's pretty, with the coral seaweedy stuff. That's nice. And the shells and holographic. Let's flick through it a bit more quickly. That was my favourite. Really, that is for a background on a seaside picture. That would be lovely. Shells. It's like holographic-y cork, I guess that is, or like sand and wood and mint and pink. So things that I like. So I either paid $10 or I paid $10 minus 20% for that. Can't remember, but I was on holiday, so I said it didn't matter. They also had these on offer for 40% off. So they're just black pens, but I always need more black pens. They're the Kelly Creates ones, which I'd never heard of before. So you get one that's, let's have a look. So one that's really fine. Quickly look and see if I've got a piece of paper. It's going to have to be a pink piece of paper. So fine. And I guess that's like the medium one. Or is that? Yeah, that's the medium. And then this must be the larger one. So these were kind of in the lettering section. So I suppose if you were clever, you would use them to do like italic fancy lettering. I probably will use them for writing and crafting, but I'm not clever enough to do that kind of italics, I doubt. But they're pretty, so I can't remember how much they came up to being, but as I say, they were 40% off plus another 20% or something like that. So yeah, but I would give them a go. You always need black pens. Then I got this little container which was $1, and I just filled it with bits that I'm keeping for memories, like metro cards and things. What's that from? That's cute. Is that from the zoo? Yeah, so that's, so you know, when I say I'm going to scrapbook, that is the plan. That was $1. And then I picked up these ones. because they were, as I say, I had money off with the coupons. It works out cheaper than buying them in the UK, and it's quite easy to get hold of anyway. So it came as a set. You get the Crazy Cats, Tim Holtz style, and I wasn't sure, but yep, they do seem to be photopolymer. And it came with this embossing folder. Not too sure about that, but I will give it a go and see what it's like. And the dies, which look like they cut out very close to the shape, which is just how you want it, really, isn't it? Sometimes I like that white layer, but it doesn't always work. So that was cool. And then I bought some New York type stuff to reminisce. That one's cute. That's 3D Paper House. You can get that in the UK, but obviously I was there and it was 40% off or something like that. So yeah, all those things and some more. Another set, just because, well, as I say, planning on scrapbooking, so need all of those things. This wasn't from Michael's at all when I realised it was in this section. These are just cards I pick up in the Old Navy store. They're just like postcards. My partner was buying a set to send home, and I thought, you know what, I could scrapbook with those potentially. In the sale, I got some washi tape. This was down to $1.49, and I imagine it was in there St. Patrick's Day, which seems to be a lot bigger over there than it is here. But I love green. It's my favourite colour. That one's leaves. That's dots. They're very cute. And the others. So I use that for $1.49. There's a choke. So I've got lots of stickers. Seen other people haul these on American craft videos, and I was like, oh, I really need puffy hearts. Like I need anything. But yeah, I'm often thinking I want to add hearts to them, and you don't see that many sort of big packs of puffy hearts. They were $1.99, but yeah, I like them. And I got these set of washi tape strips, I guess they are. Let's try to see if they had some kind of name on them. They're that Recollections brand, so I'll show you what you get in. You get 2 of those. I just sort of like this kind of colour scheme. 2 of those. So who knows what, I imagine that will go just when I'm doing my own sort of documenting of life in my journal thing. They were about 3 something reduced. And then I got this one, and I think I got it half off or something like that. So I thought that it was quite nice for the same purpose, my sort of documenting in my diary, which only I look at. Not like sort of a scrapbook that I'd show other people, but it's nice to have little stickers to go in there. Yeah, wow, Americans clearly love their St. Patrick's Day. We don't seem to do so much since they've stopped sort of going around giving away pints of Guinness, which I remember them doing when I was a bit younger. Mom. I did give my mum that card which said Mom with the lawn fawn set, and she was like, that's not spelt correctly. And yeah, June, Father's Day, July, I was like, oh, look, all that American stuff is going to go in my New York scrapbook that I'm going to do. Thanksgiving, that will really not get used. Christmas, interesting colour scheme for Christmas. It's quite muted. And then just cute little stickers. You know. Who knows what I use that for. But anyway, I like that. And then in their kind of $2 section, I thought, why not? Because there was money coming off, and you know what, I'm on holiday, so it doesn't matter. I don't think it counts, does it, when you're on holiday? So what I liked about this was like that one. I've no idea what I would use that for. Maybe I'd die cut it into a shape. Who knows? And these words that I liked. But as you'll notice, I've got quite a few word ones coming up. But these were holographic and mint. So that's my random excuse. Hi, so my video managed to run out of memory, which means I must be talking too much. Anyway, to carry on, I got this stamp set, which is in the Dina Wakley, and I love birds, and my partner was there and he was like, you've already got a stamp set very much like that, which is very true, but this one's slightly different, and I like her style, and I love birds. Oh, so I'm worn out. I just had to run downstairs and take this off on the onto the laptop. And it comes with a stencil as well. And I do use stencils. I like stencils. Feels decent quality. Not used any of these things yet, but I like that. That was obviously had money off. I think they're about $20 before you take it off. Anyway, another thing I got in this sale, which I was quite excited about, was only $3.99. He tried to put it through at $7.99. I was like, no, $3.99. And I love my Tim Holtz. The packaging was slightly damaged. I can't get it out now, so I'm going to damage it even more. Why won't you come out? Doesn't mean much if I don't show you what actually is in there. Anyway, there we go. So $3.99. It's like a little journal thing. You have to put the metal bit in yourself for some reason. I guess it feels like you're crafting maybe. But I quite like that. It's sort of meant to be kind of vintage, isn't it? And then it gives you instructions on how to do it. And then you get these little page protector things, which I never use. So I'm not really that kind of scrapper. I'm more just stick it onto paper. But you never know. I might think of a way of using it. And then what I really liked was the fact it came with all this ephemera stuff. So you get loads of nice journaling cards, which are cute. I do like to hold it nearer the camera so you can actually see it. I like Tim Holtz's style. I'm not that good at replicating it and using it, but there we go. I've got no excuse with all this stuff. So, you know, with the amount of stuff I've got here, it will take me years to use it, won't it? Let's be honest. But you get loads of journal cards of that size. And then you get a load that are larger, whatever you say, like large ones, I guess, are like, oh, I don't know. They're much longer. I was going to say 4x6, but they're bigger than that. So yeah, grid paper. The map, is that a map of America? I would assume so. So, you know, things like that could come into the travel ones. And I don't need to use it in this. I can use it in, I keep saying I'm going to use this in my scrapbook. You know, I like that. It says New York. How exciting. Travelling and random sort of, like, almost like things that have been found, isn't it? Sort of his style. So I like that. And you get a little packet here of ephemera. It's always very dangerous when I start taking these things out. You think they're just going to fall everywhere. So it's got more that seem a bit like cards and then lots of small bits. And it's clearly just going to go absolutely everywhere, isn't it? But yeah, his style's very sort of random bits, isn't it? So some of them that I would never use. Like that pointy hand, I'm never sure about that one. And other bits like flowers that I would always use. And then these stickers that I actually don't like very much because that's not my colour style. But I will either give them away to the children at school or I will use them in my diary thing. So anyway, all of that for $3.99 seemed like a good deal. So I was very happy to get that. And then carrying on with the Tim Holtz stuff that I got when there was the 40% off. Because I got this in the UK and I always look at it, but it's like £6, whereas this worked out to a couple of pounds each. So here's just some examples of what it says. Live simply, give generously. You can never have too much happy. You know, I can't think of an occasion really when you're going to say that. Like, oh, you know, you can never have too much happy. Don't feel guilty being happy on your wedding day or something like that. It's not really an occasion thing, is it? I think it's just you add it to your artwork. And I do like that sort of, you know, in your art journal. Start each day with a grateful heart. Not always possible. You might be feeling sad. But anyway, I like them. And I'd already bought these ones that were a bit cheaper, and then that was in the better sale. Learning to fly and diary events. Quite like these ones as well, but you don't get as many. Chatterbox, my sweetheart. I can see these going more on scrapbooking because they're quite easy to add to things. They're a bit less random. To find she was so perfectly alone. That's a really cute little saying, but yeah, I guess it's not. That is quite random, isn't it? Glittering in the sun. Or there are lots of those you could put next to pictures, couldn't you? And they could go for scrapbooking. Anyway, I bought both those sets because they were in the sale and I was on holiday and all those different excuses. This was in the sale, and I've been thinking about getting one of these paperclip ones for as long as I've been die cutting. And I've never got one. This was £2.99 on clearance. Just going to grab it out because why not? So they make that kind of paperclip-ish thing. And actually, I don't know much about Recollections. We don't have it over here. But actually, their stamps feel reasonably good quality. I don't know what they're made of. I find it hard to believe that they do photopolymer stamps, but that's me just pulling it off. I'm sure it gives you no indication. If you know anything about what they're made of, because I've not tried these, do let me know. I like the idea. I would use that one and quite a few of them. And what's in there? Does it say bills due? Love it and to do. Yeah. Anyway, £2.99. So that was worth that. This was a bargain. 49 cents for a pack of cardstock. I always need cardstock. I could have got more packs of these, but I had to carry them home on the plane. Tomato coloured, which I guess people thought, oh, that's random colours. We don't need tomato coloured cardstock. But actually, red and green, yellow and orange, and I like those colours, so it was good for me. 49 cents. And then on to a couple of other paper pads that I bought. I'll show you them. This one is one of their little sets. What do they call it? Stay Magical, quickly flick through. So very sort of mermaid and unicorns and very girly type stuff. Very cute. I don't need any more paper, as you would. Oh, sorry, knocking the camera over. As you would imagine. But it's cute. I'm on holiday. I'm not going to get this any other time than when I'm in America. So, why not? It says £5.99 plus whatever discount they had on that day. And then I love this, which is the Jane Davenport. I wanted the washi tape, but they didn't have it when I went in. And then when I went back another time, they did have it. And I thought, you know what? I bought so much stuff, I can't justify it. I really like this. I don't know how I would use it because actually the paper, so you can see, it's got this stuff and it's already really pretty. You think, well, anything I do on top might just spoil it. I know I've got it the wrong way around, but see, I like that. I'd like to be able to draw something like that and that lady. So I don't know how I'd use this, but it's just so pretty and inspirational. Love that. Reaching over to get my last few bits and pieces. I've got one of these containers. Got two of these actually. One's got something else in it. So they call them photo containers. I might actually try and keep my photos in them when they come back from being printed out. And then I got the Martha Stewart. I only worked out where they were on the last day of my trip. I like them because they're holographic and you get quite a lot in there. And I had a 40% off. They're quite thin little doilies, and I thought they would look. No, that looks terrible on camera, doesn't it? The way it goes like that. It would look cute with something on the front. Just looking around to see what I've got. So on a card, it's like good old. That's quite random, isn't it? Probably wouldn't put him with the doily background, but they're kind of cute. I like them. Finding places to put them. And I got this one, which comes with a little stamp. I'm sure you've seen it on other people's. Where's the little stamp that comes with it? Here it is. Anyway, an embossing folder with lots of jewels on it. In that $2 section. I actually quite like that with jewels. I haven't tried it out, but I think I'm not big on embossing folders, but I think I would quite like that one. Just like the way the jewels sort of stick out. And this is the stamp that comes with it. Let me feel it and say, it feels nice. I'll say I don't know what they make them from. I can't believe it's photopolymer. It doesn't feel quite. It's me sniffing it. It hasn't got that smell that you get from like opening a nice new set, but feels half decent and sturdy. So that's cute. A little jewel. Sparkly things. That's what we like, isn't it? Crafty people. Then, oh, hello. Shove that somewhere. Then I got 2 tubes of washi tapes. So I got this one first of all when I first went in there. So I thought I just have to spoil myself with a tube of washi tape, and they're So cute. So this set, do they come with a name? Embellishments. I was going to go, oh, that's the name, but that's not the name. That's just what they are. Who knows? They come with a name. They don't make it obvious enough for me. Anyway, this set I would know because it had the little pug on it. Of course, I love anything with dogs on it. Pink and sparkly. Days of the week. Lovely mint. Pink flamingos. Spots and a gold rim. The cute pug. The pug things. Hearts. Stripes and vacay. Bye, be happy. What's left? That can't be right. What does that say? Vacay, be happy. I think vacay is what young people call vacation and holiday. Be sassy. Me time. I don't know. Maybe those are meant to be split up and not one long continuous sentence. It doesn't make sense. But I like that anyway. Let's try and shove them out the way. And then the other set, I was like, oh, don't, you know, when the washi tapes were on sale, should I get another set? This was on a different day. Because we were walking around New York so much, we went to all these shops. I forced him in. But I am a teacher, as I've mentioned many a time, and this is a teacher's set for washi tape numbers when I'm trying to teach some maths. They're not too bad, actually. They're very clever, my kids. I'm lucky. I've been at school. My last school, they were lovely, but they not so bright. General teacher stuff. What does this one say? It's like, my teacher, way to go. I think that must be aimed at the children, but I feel like it should be best class. Oh, that's a tough one to call, isn't it? I Heart Learning. Should make the children have that. Red dots, that's just an anytime. It's kind of Minnie Mouse, isn't it? Quite like Minnie Mouse stuff. Cursive font of writing. That's a bit fancier than I'd like the kids to do. It's a bit more old school, isn't it? I just want them to be able to write neatly. Pencils. It's always pencil gate at school. Enough pencils. Getting up to sharpen pencils. A ruler. Crayons. You might are too old for crayons. I don't like coloured pencils. Shiny blue. That's got nothing to do with teaching. It's just nice. An apple. No one's ever given me an apple for being a teacher. But I would think they're being a bit tight anyway if they did. They don't give me anything really. But we do give the kids. Little kids get free fruit. So there we go. Is that everything? Oh no, I remember what else I bought. And then I think we are done on crafting. There's very long videos. I said I got another one of these, got a different colour, cute colour. And then I got a load of, because jewellery was on sale. And as I say, I was being told, what on earth are you going to do with those? And I don't really know, but I just thought Alice in Wonderland. And I love Alice in Wonderland with that, with the little tiny teacups. Just sort of made me think of that kind of like a drink me sort of thing. So yeah, I'm now one of these people, well, I've always been one of these people who buys stuff when they don't have any real idea what they're going to do with it. These I love because they're Paris themed. I want to go to Paris in the summer. I love Paris. Macaroons. I love macaroons. They're so tasty. And a poodle. They're cute. So I want to make some charms out of these ones. And on Coastal Crafts, I'm like, I love anything seaside. I don't know what I'd do with those either, but I just really like them. And I'll attach them to something. So yeah, they were 40% off, and they're about, I guess, $3 or $4 each before you do that. So you have to do the maths on that one. I'm pretty sure that is all the things I bought that were crafty. I've got lots of other stuff that wasn't crafty, and so if you're interested in any of that, tune into my other haul.